So I'm going to cut to the chase. These mannequin figures that you can usually find in art galleries, do not use them. They are useless. Never get them, never buy them, never make art with them. Just throw them in the bin. This does provide a little bit of a problem, I see, for people that like using references for their artwork, just like me. You can scour the internet for hours looking for references, but as always, it could take ages, and sometimes you can never find that perfect pose. But don't you worry, for I have something for you. I have the holy grail of all mannequin figures. In fact, I have not just one solution I can offer, but two. The first I'm going to go over is the really awesome mannequins, and the other we'll get to in a moment. So to start with, we'll talk about these alternative mannequins. They are really good. I've used them for years now in several of my projects, and they have helped massively. They can be bought on Amazon, and I have a link down in the description for them. If you tried them out before, then please let me know what you think of them in the comments. But I just think that these are much better than the wooden models that you can usually buy in art galleries. They're much more mobile, much more flexible, and are far more accurate. They do have some downsides to them, which I'll be getting to in a moment, but there are two different types that I personally use. Unfortunately, I don't know the names of them, but as I said, I'll leave them down in the description so you can find them for yourself, and you can get different coloured versions that come with accessories such as replacement hands, feet, and even swords and props. The best part about it is that they even come with a stand that can make them move up and down, allowing you to play around with different poses that you otherwise couldn't. So you can get great references for superheroes flying around or other poses like that. The two different models also have pros and cons too. First up is the male variation. This model is far more accurate to how a human being would look, but it's also less maneuverable. It's difficult to get it to cross his arms or cross his legs, whereas this model has more of a bodybuilder type of anatomy, so it might not work for all of your references, but it is a little bit more flexible at the cost of it being a bit more flimsy. The arms and legs often pop out, which can be quite frustrating. For the female variation though, this model is far less accurate to how a human would actually look. It looks kind of anime in style with a large head and
a real setup of donkers.
And just like the first male model, it's harder to maneuver but more durable. The other female model is the other way around. More accurate, less posable, and less durable. I have used both of these different types of models for a lot of my art, but the one I have used the least is the anime looking female character. A trick I'd like to recommend to you is setting up lamps and shades so that you can get the perfect lighting on your mannequin figures and then taking a photo of it with your phone or camera. Best part about these is that they are fairly cheap, only costing around about £30 at max. There are other mannequin figures I've seen online, but these are far more expensive. I've seen one at like £200 or something crazy. Oh, and hey, if this has helped you at all, then I'd appreciate you like the video. That way other people can get help just like you did. So getting back on topic, what if you can't afford them or don't have access to Amazon? This is where my second suggestion comes in. There is a website called Magic Poser Web, and there is even an app version for your phone. It essentially allows you to have a 3D generated version of a mannequin figure that you can compose and move to your heart's content. As it is a 3D program, you can obviously get it to be much more accurate to the poses that you'd like, rather than the physical ones can. And you can even play around with the direction of the light source in the app itself. But I think you can only have one light source if I'm not mistaken. You can also change the style of the model in the app itself, to be male or female, or have different body types, shapes, and even hairstyles. It even has some basic poses that you can immediately click onto and have the mannequin go straight to those poses. The best part about this is that it's completely free. But, of course, there is always a catch. There are added features that are paid for that give you more variation in hairstyles, body types and other stuff. And don't worry, I will leave a link to the description for the app as well, so check it out down below. I personally like using the mannequins over the app myself, and I like having that sort of hands-on approach to them, but I can see how the web version might be a great help. I just personally find it a little bit more fiddly to maneuver. So that's pretty much all I have to say, and I'm going to wrap up now. The physical models in particular have really helped my artwork, and I just wanted to show to everyone how amazing these things are, and how it can help you out too. This is pretty much where I end the video right about now, so I'll end it right now.